The texture reminds me of wafers, but it's not. But it looks, I can't even tell what it looks like, but it's called sugar. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing good and keeping safe. So today is a totally different kind of video. Obviously from the title, you know what we're going to be talking about. So today we're going to be trying sweets from the Czech Republic. The Czech Republic is an absolutely beautiful country, also known as Czechia. It's got stunning castles, a beautiful landscape, amazing people. The cuisine there is just out of this world. I love some of their dishes and I've been privileged to try a few. So today we're going to be trying the sweets. The name was changed to Czechia in 2016 from the Czech Republic, but people still obviously call it the Czech Republic, and present to you my view. I'm going to be grading this from 1 to 5. I'm going to be sharing my view and my opinion on this gorgeous Czech sweets. A family member is from Czech and she recently got back on a recent trip. I need to taste this on camera and let's see how that tasting session goes. So without much further ado, I'm going to be bringing out the sweets. So I've got about 7 today. Now I've had lunch and they're all in this bag. So I've had a bit to eat and I'll take this as my dessert. I'm not going to be eating a lot because obviously I don't want a very high sugar intake. So I'm just going to be tasting a little bit of each and we're going to be grading that together. So I'm going to start with this one. Now the sweets are just so beautiful. I think there's just something so exotically European about them. They're really quite nice, quite different. You know, it just makes you feel that sense of nostalgia. I mean, the last time I had sweets like this was when I visited Paris, where you have sweets that sort of remind you of your childhood. But when you look at the back and all of the inscription, it's in a foreign language. This is called Mozart. And from my music classes in primary school, Mozart takes me back ages, and I'm just going to open this. So these to me are like little chocolates. They're like little chocolates wrapped in foil paper, and the Mozart on the foil paper is absolutely so cute and adorable. Oh, it looks like dark chocolate actually. I'm hoping it's got some milk in it because I do like my milk chocolate. It's interesting taste. So it looks like it's got some nougat on the inside. So it's got, it seems like it's got some fudge and some milk chocolate in it. Very sweet. I can also taste a little bit of coconut. Yeah, there is definitely a bit of coconut in there. I like that actually. I'm going to rate that a 4 out of 5. The reason why I didn't give that a 5 is because I just feel it's a little bit too sweet because it's got like dark chocolate coating on the outside. It's got like fudge on the inside. And fudge sometimes tends to be a little bit too sweet. This is called, I'm going to try and pronounce the name. So this is called Mozart Kuglin. Mozart Kuglin. I hope I pronounced that right. So the next one is like a conventional bar of chocolate. It's called Banani. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Banani. Well, okay. So I can't really tell if it's milk chocolate or dark chocolate. Let's just open it up. Oh dear. Oh wow, it looks like, oh, it's actually shaped like a banana. It's a bit chewy. It's got a bit of a mousse on the inside. I don't know if you can see that. It gives it a bit of that chewy, like a chewy effect, which I really don't like. You can actually taste a little bit of the banana flavor coming through. It's got a bit of milk chocolate wrapped around it, and it's got a savory aftertaste. All in all, definitely not for me. I don't really like that one, so I'm going to be giving that one 2.5, just because I don't really like that moussey taste that it has. So the next one we're going to try is that one. And I'm going to try, so I love the fact that it's got caramel and cookies written in English there. So obviously, like we know, we're going to be getting some lovely caramel and beautiful crunchy cookie finish to it. But it's actually called, and I think I can pronounce this without too much of a struggle, it's called Studenska. Studenska. So I think I'm going to like this one because I love my caramel and I definitely am a cookies girl. I really love cookies, and biscuits is something didn't really lose that taste right from childhood. So I'm just going to open that, and I love the fact it's a pretty big bar. So I know we're going to fight over this at home with the kids, but it looks really, really interesting and delicious, if I might add. So here it's got like your conventional milk chocolate bars, but when you look on the other side, you can see a little bit of that cookies. I'm sure this is going to taste lovely. So let's give it a go. Mmm. 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 I love this one. Mmm, it's lovely. So this basically is giving you everything in one bite, and this chocolate has everything going. So if you're a cookie lover, if you do love caramel, it's got like bits of cookies inside, which gives it a lovely crunch. You can see on there, it's got a bit of caramel coming through. And if you look on there, it's got a bit of white chocolate. You've got the savory sweetness from the caramel. You've got white chocolate on there. It's coated in milk chocolate. And then you have bits of cookie bubbles on the inside. So this is definitely a winner. So with this one, I think I'll give it 6 out of 5. This one is a total winner. I love this. Oh my God, all of this sugar, I'm getting a sugar rush. So with this one, we've got Maggot. I love the design of the packaging. It's just giving you some very tropical vibes. We can see a bit of coconut there, so we know we're going to be expecting some of that coconut taste. I love the palm trees, you know, it's just giving you that whole summer vibes, you know, holiday feeling. Let's give it a taste. Love the fact it's quite easy to open. Just gonna push that through. Wow, look at that. All of this sugar, honestly, I'm gonna wind down because it's beginning to make me feel a little bit, you know. But let's taste that. You can already smell some orange zingy flavor. Very different from anything I've tasted. Because first off, I wanted to say it tasted a bit like Bounty, but it doesn't. Because it's got more of a fine finish to it. With Bounty is a bit more chewy. So it's got very intense orange flavor. The coconut has been blended quite fine, so you don't have to chew a lot for you to sort of like get that coconut flavor. Not my actual favorite texture. The texture is a bit different to my palate, maybe because I haven't really obviously had this type of chocolate. It's actually quite nice. So I'm definitely going to bump it up. I'm going to give this a 4. It's very new to my palate and I actually like it. It's got a very interesting taste. And I do like my snacks a tiny bit savory at the same time. So this is definitely giving that. So here we have Jojo. It's got Jojo smoothies. The pack reminds me of some candies I used to like when I was little, but the difference with this one is it looks like it, but the candies I'm used to were quite hard, whereas these are quite soft. So they're really soft. They remind me of gummies, but I don't think they're like gummies. I can see here, obviously it's in a different writing, but something there seems to be like it's got yogurt incorporated in it. So I would definitely love to try that. Let's have a taste. Oh yes, there's definitely yogurt in this one. I can also smell strawberries and raspberries coming through. And they're quite soft, more like they feel a little bit like marshmallows, but they're definitely not the marshmallow texture, but it's quite soft. And quite chewy as well. Oh, I know this taste. So it's a bit weird because it actually feels like gummies in your mouth, but they don't look like gummies. And the way the texture is, it's not really like the gummies I'm used to, but they do feel like gummies in your mouth. It's not too sweet. You can taste a bit of that yogurt milkiness coming through in that one. And because it's not too sweet and overpowering for your palate, I like the yogurt taste in there. I like the fact that it's a bit chewy, so you have to, you know, grind a bit for you to actually get that sweetness coming out. I'm definitely going to be giving this to the kids, obviously in moderation, because sweets are, yeah, they're allowed every once in a while, but in moderation, so you don't have any sort of problems. So with this, I'm going to rate this 4 out of 5, just because I do like gummies and I love the texture of this one. I like the fact that it is a tad bit yogurty. You can taste a bit of that yogurt. We're winding down. The next one is called Cocoa. It's called Cocoa. Now this definitely looks to me like it would taste similar to Bounty, but then again, we'll never know till we pop it in our mouths. So that's what it looks like. I love the way it looks. This looks like a very smooth candy covered in chocolate. I can't wait to taste what it tastes like. That's what it looks like. I love this one. This is lovely. So I'd say this reminds me of Bounty, only better. So the difference with this one and Bounty is you get a lot of that coconut. It's essentially like sugared down coconuts covered in milk chocolate. But the difference is these coconuts seem to have been doused in a little bit of milk, because that's what I can taste. Cocoa is definitely a 5 for me. It's really nice. I like it. Look out for it if you do have a chance to get your fingers on these. Get your fingers on this one. It's really good. I'm going to finish this before the kids come. Really good. 5 out of 5. 6 out of 5. Yeah. Now, last but not the least is this one. It's called Colonada. Now, it seems really big. When I saw that, I was a bit intimidated because it looked really big. Now, I'll tell you why. Because it's not got like chocolate tray inside. This is what it looks like inside. So inside reminds me of a mini cake covered in foil. And when you open it up, oh my gosh, it looks like, oh wow. I used to eat a lot of wafers growing up, but this looks really different. The texture reminds me of wafers, but it's not. It looks really interesting. It smells so amazing. You can smell a bit of banana on there. It's got a fruity smell to it, and it's quite interesting. I would really, really like to taste that. Bottoms up as we taste it. It's a bit Moorish. So it definitely has a wafer base where when you do bite into it, it sort of disappears in your mouth. It's quite interesting taste. I wouldn't say it's like 100% the wafers I'm used to. This is definitely a bit different in the sense that the texture feels like a cross between a wafer and a cookie. So when you bite more into it, you start tasting a bit of sugar, but I would say it's a bit too sweet for my palate. That's just me personally, and I think this would get a 3 out of 5. Just because it's a bit too, when you bite into it, it gets more and more sugary on the inside. But it's quite interesting, and these are one of the snacks that you need to be quite careful about because it's quite Moorish, because the more you sort of bite into it, it sort of disappears in your mouth. The more you want to just have another bite and taste it. And I had to bite into it to get the taste, because on the borders, it doesn't have a lot of sugar. It's when you go on the inside, you start getting that sugar bits in there. So I hope you enjoyed the video today, tasting all of these exotic sweets from Czechia. If you enjoyed the video, I hope you enjoyed our sweets mukbang. So do have a great week ahead, and I can't wait to see you again soon. Do take care of yourself and stay blessed.